Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened, as I said it would. People will be... Oh, when have we got Leeds? Damn, people. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Your Football Show. Boy, have we got some news to get through today. There's absolutely loads. The transfer window is upon us. And we have got so much news to get through. That's why we're here, right? This is why we like it, yeah? Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and, of course, hit that notification bell. Vic and Jamie Dixon, when I set this for 1 o'clock, you two were in my mind. So there you go. So thank me later. Big up Damar as well. Have I finished wiping my tears yet? I can't lie to you, I'm sad. Today's a sad day. Today is a sad day because I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I understand it. But it doesn't stop it being a sad day. Because this morning it was reported by Sky Sports News that Middlesbrough are keen on that man, Luke Ayling. People say today's a good day. It's not a good day. I get it. Let me just say, everyone's, having fun and all that, but it's not a good day. Luke Ayling is a top professional, has been a great player for Leeds United, has given us some amazing moments, was part of that great team that got us promoted. But time is of the essence when it comes to Luke Ayling. He's no longer the player that he was. I don't think any of us are under any illusions, myself included. He's no longer the player he was. He, as much as some of us might say, I'd like him to stay on in the backroom team, or maybe, work with the youngsters. That might be something he'll do in the future, but he has a wife, he has a family. He'll want another contract. He could go and get a 3-year deal at Middlesbrough, a 2-year deal. He's not getting that at Leeds United. So this is his last payday. This is Luke Ayling's last payday. And he has to take that opportunity. And he's at a level where he can still do it in the Championship. Okay, not for a team that's maybe looking for automatics. But yeah, Luke was class for us. And anyone who tells you different, they're lying. They're lying. Luke Ayling came in at a time under Gary Monk where, to be honest, as much as we dislike Cellino, he was the catalyst. He was the one that started to turn things around. He got us into a place where we were able to sell the club to Andrea Radrizzani. Mad as a box of frogs. I love the Colombian flu, all that sort of stuff, allegedly. But he brought Luke Ayling in. Luke Ayling came in from Bristol City. Crazy decision to sign him or to sell him for as little as Bristol City did. Massive mistake. I think they went to a back three. They didn't fancy Luke for whatever reason, and we were, a reason for that. Obviously, Kyle Bartley came in as well. They were together at Arsenal. Let's not forget, Luke Ayling was once on the bench for Arsenal in the Champions League. He does say he's a Champions League player because of that. And look, Luke Ayling epitomises for me that Bielsa era about what he could do to certain. This is not true though, Dave P. You're rewriting history because he was good as soon as he walked through the door. He was good. Unless you just, it is what it is. Let's. Yeah, no, exactly. He was the best right back in the division. He was close to an England call-up, people. He was that good. Let's not forget when he came into the Premier League, he was unreal when we finished 9th. He was unreal. He was going up against players like Sadio Mane, Sadio Mane. It's no joke. And he will always hold a good place in my heart with Luke Ayling. I think he's a top player. But he is not good enough, as Jamie says, anymore. I don't think any of us, and anyone who's saying he is, okay, I don't think he is anymore. The fact he doesn't make the match day squad, tells it as it is. So, Luke Ayling wanted by Middlesbrough. I think it's a great move for Luke. He doesn't have to move. Middlesbrough is literally 2 minutes up the road. A19, boom. Done it many, many times. It's 2 minutes up the road. Leeds in January, new players, new horsepower, same goal, victory. Exactly. Great servant to the club, will always be remembered fondly. Same will be said for Cooper when Cooper exits in the summer. I think Cooper will stay till the summer, but Luke Ayling probably will move in January, or maybe he stays to the summer. But if he stays to the summer, he's not getting any minutes. The thing is with Cooper, he's still getting the odd minutes here and there. Luke Ayling's not getting that anymore. And if we bring in acquisitions at the back, his minutes will be even less. I mean, like I said, he can't get in the match day squad. He'll want to go play football, and he goes with my blessing. And I'll miss him. I'll miss him. I will miss Luke Ayling. And everyone's saying we need all this. I'm not saying he should stay, you know that. I'm just saying he deserves some flowers. I said on social media, I'm sad, but I get it. And then someone said, like, why are you sad? He's rubbish. And I was like, what are you on about? Like, you're not allowed to like players even when they've fallen off a little bit. By that sentiment, no one would ever have any club legends. No one would have any club legends. Do you know what I mean? That team that got Leeds United promoted back up will always be in our minds. And I always said that. They will always go down because we had such a long hiatus. So for people that were invested throughout League One days, that were invested in this football club and have always been, because people drop in and out, it's life. It's life. I'm never going to give someone stick for that. But for someone who was going to games and was invested and was watching every game, League One, no matter, these players will always be remembered because Bielsa, of course, and that squad that took us up. Yeah, exactly, Vic. That's my main takeaway is respect. It's respect for the guy. Please have respect for him because he's been a great servant to this football club. And, was a mainstay in the side. We brought in, even last season, right? We brought in Rasmus Christensen. He was better than Rasmus. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, legend, Dave P. Definitely a legend of the modern era. I know legends thrown about very easily, but definitely a legend of the modern era for us. Great character, as Annabelle Lee says, 100%. And he'll be that one. Remember, like in years gone by, the promotion side, they come back. Luke Ayling, man, losing his hair and that. I think that's what's going to come next. But yeah, according to Sky Sports News, Middlesbrough are interested in him. I think if a deal doesn't come off to Middlesbrough, Middlesbrough, what this does is alerts a lot of clubs to the fact that Luke Ayling is going to be available. So I think Luke Ayling will leave in January, and I hope we see some sort of LUTV video or something along them lines where he says a few bits. I think he'll only ever now be a Leeds fan. Do you know what I mean? I think it's had that much of an impact on his career as well. So big up to Luke Ayling. Sad day for me. Sad day for me. Well, he hasn't left yet, has he? He hasn't left yet. He might not, but yeah. Definitely up there for me. Just on the Josh Doig stuff as well. As you know, we're in there. There's not been any further developments up to this point. I think we're seeing, Monzo, Torino, Rangers all interested in him. This will rumble on until any sort of official bid's gone in, I guess, from any of these clubs. As I said before, Torino seemed to be pretty big on him. The coach that brought him to Hellas Verona is the coach that's now at Torino. So definitely one to watch. No other names have been mentioned really in the left back sphere. I think Luke Thomas is one, but I think that's more like 2 and 2 and getting 10. But basically, Luke Thomas looks like he'll be sent back to Leicester. Maybe he'll stay at Leicester. Maybe they'll say, "Look, we'll give you a chance." But I think Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas will be sent back. What happens to him then? I'm not too sure. They've got James Justin. Could he be an option there? I'm not too sure. But then again, did he play for Leicester? I don't think he did. So he could go back out on loan. If Leeds United don't get their main men, Josh Doig and co, maybe they will look to bring in Luke Thomas if Leicester allow us to have that. Jamie Farrell, member for 20 months. Hi all. Another key window for Leeds. Let's hope the people we have in key positions make the right calls. I think they will. I definitely, I do think they will. I do think they will. Right, okay, let me just go back. Now, this is an opinion piece, I believe, but it's one to chat about. So apparently Wolves are willing to offload Johnny the left back at Johnny. Now, again, there's not been any sort of links, but they've put out there that because, you know, Leeds United are looking for a left back, could this be someone that Leeds United look at? They're open to the permanent exit of Johnny. Now, I don't see, you know, they signed him for 15 million. He's not going to cost you that. But it could be one Leeds United could enter the race for. But I think they look for a different profile of left back, if I'm being totally honest. I think a young, you know, a young left back, if you like. But Johnny's a good player whenever I've seen him. I'm quite surprised they want to move him on. But again, new manager there, might not be for them. Now, another player that we were... Is he good enough, though? I think so, Damar. Would you not say Johnny's good enough? Whenever I've seen Wolves, I think he's a decent player. But for me, it's all the wrong profile anyway. But yeah, like Vic says, decent for a loan. That would be good. Louis said Wolves, yeah, who can forget Barry Douglas? That's a good point. Oh my God, Abdul Rahman is back. Abdul Rahman Al Khalifi says, Happy New Year, Joe, and all Whites fans here. Hope you all had a great Christmas. Love Rutter in the number 10 against Birmingham. Great start to 2024. God bless and keep the faith. Love and greetings from Bahrain. Legend, as always, just pops in, does Abdul Rahman Al Khalifi and just sprinkles some joy. Thank you so much, mate. You don't know how much that helps the channel, contributing and everything. So you're an absolute legend. So yeah. I will say to you, Assalamu alaikum, Abdul Rahman Al Khalifi. Big up to you in Bahrain. Maybe one day I'll come and see you over there. Tell me about Damar. The guy's a legend, absolute legend. But he's right on the Rutter in the 10. That must stay. That must stay. Daniel Farke cannot come away from that. You know, he cannot come away from that. Vic says, bro's defo got that Alio money. He's got something, man. He's sat on a little nest egg out there, isn't he? For sure. Yeah, that's what you share. He's a Just Joe FC legend. Abdul Rahman is a Just Joe FC legend. Yeah, you know, he's one of our legends, along with you, some of you first timers and that, you know, man. But big up. Look, Tanaka, Ayo Tanaka, a player Leeds United were linked with, obviously, in the summer. He's going to be available for a cut down price. We were close to signing him, I believe. I believe a bid had gone in. He was left out of trading, etc. Anyway, for whatever reason, the signing didn't go ahead. But Ayo Tanaka is available, and he's available at a cut down price. I believe the asking price is between 2 to 2.6 million, which is nothing. This is according to journalist Florian Plettenberg. And believe me when I say Florian Plettenberg is top tier. He's top tier. Now, Leeds haven't been linked, but the point I'm making is the fact that Leeds United have been interested in the past. They value him 2.5 to 3 million euros. And like I say, clubs Stuttgart are not willing to pay that. They're not willing to pay that. So could Leeds United go back in for Ayo Tanaka? It seems like a very, very cheap price for him. So if we were interested in him in the past, then why don't we? Why don't we have a look at that? It's just one to talk about. No major links, but the fact that there is movement there for him, the fact that, you know, Stuttgart aren't willing to make his valuation. Like Tanaka, Vic says, is Tanaka an 8? That could give us 3 natural 8s at the club. Maybe this means Gray stays at right back. When I've watched him in the summer, he's more of a 6 or an 8. We can have a look at his SOFA score and have a look at his average positions, to be fair. Let's find him. Ayo Tanaka, Fortuna Dusseldorf in his current club. Just bear with us one moment, folks, and I'll get that up for us. Let's have a look. Yeah, so they've got him as a 6 or an 8. Yeah, they have got him as a 6 or an 8. I'm just looking at his heat map. Just one sec. I just need to... Sometimes the screen's not big enough, and I've got a massive screen. To be fair, see if you can see that. Yeah, so they've got him as a DM or a centre midfielder. Where's this? Oh, here we go. There we go. Look, there's his heat map. So he's a bit all over, really, to be fair. I think he's cheap. Yeah, this is a good point by Lee as well. We went Gruev instead, yeah? Would we need that profile again? Probably not. I think that's a great point. And there Jamie's just confirming that point as well. So, yeah, good play. Good thought. Looks all action, good endurance for sure. I think this is a good point as well. Sometimes you need to hit that Asian market. Sometimes you need to hit that Asian market just for that, exposure. I know if we hit the Asian market, it'd be great for us YouTubers as well. We've hit the South American market, we've hit the American market. We need that Asian market. We need our very own Heung-min Son. Then watch. Then watch. We need a Heung-min Son. Bring him in, Ayo Tanaka. Right, okay. Now moving on to another one. Another one of our legends. This guy's, well, he deserves a what they called testimonial. Liam Cooper is one of 7 Leeds United players out of contract in the summer. He wants it sorted. Will he get an extension? The fact that he's playing at the minute might give him hope that he will get an extension. Do you think he gets a year extension? I think Liam could, I don't want. Well, I feel bad saying I don't want him to, because I do. But I'm sentimental. I understand this. I understand this. I don't know. What do we do about this, folks? How does it go? Forget about what you would do, because I know the whole chat's going, bin him off, bin him off, bin him off. But I don't know what they do. I genuinely don't know what they do. Because if we go Prem, I'd have to say no. Yeah, that's fair. You could argue not. But he's been the go-to option when Strauch isn't there. Yeah, that's a good point, Demar. He's been the option when Strauch isn't there. I think the coaching role, it doesn't happen, Ollie, because they still have games in their legs. They still have games in their legs. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to put my head in the club's eyes. Do they give him, Luke Ayling's not got him one. Do they might give Cooper one more? We'll say, okay, we'll extend it by one more. I don't know. I don't know how I see it going, because he's not going to be starting, is he? And if we bring in the centre back that we've been talking about, which we'll go on to in a sec, I don't know. Does his minutes become even more scarce? Probably. I don't know though, because listen, you can't fix the whole squad like that. So will they look and say, listen, let's just keep him one more, and then we'll revisit it? I'm not sure. I genuinely don't know how the club will look at it. I can understand them not, and I can understand them giving him a year extension. Luke Ayling not, but him yes. I don't know. I just don't know. While we're staying on the centre back as well, obviously this deal could get accelerated. Yeah, it is, Demar. I'm aware of it, bro. Max Vober, apparently permanent negotiations are underway about getting him signed. Things are going well for him at Mönchengladbach. Same can't be said for a lot of the other players over there. Let's not go on to Robin Koch. JT did that yesterday. But yeah, Max Vober has been playing regularly, starting every league game. Only missed one, and that was with illness. Look, he's not coming back, is he? I think he makes that deal permanent. Does say, although it wouldn't take much for the club to make their money back on his £11 million arrival. What's that say? Let's have a look. Oh, that's the original deal. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But listen, he's having a good season there, and maybe Mönchengladbach think rather than wait till the summer, and have like a bidding war. If he has done well, let's get that deal done now. Let's get that deal done now. Big up to Doron Toro, says, hey, Joe, you have a great 2024 and hopefully back in the Premier League soon. Let's hope so, mate. Would you take Worrell on loan in the Championship for experience? I think we're sorted with Championship experience with the likes of Rodon and Co. If we're going to bring anyone in, I think it's going to be a young player that's going to be here for the future, which, of course, brings us nicely, to be honest, to the latest defender that we have. been linked to, which I do just want to talk on briefly as well. We are going to talk about a keeper as well. Leeds United have been linked to a keeper. The funny thing is, and again, I have to speak to my man Andrea. Andrea mentioned this guy's name a couple of days ago because he's got a friend who knows this guy and his agent, and they want to move to England. And then we've seen in the last 24 hours links to this goalkeeper from Spezia. So it could just be agent drumming up talk, but he's been linked to Leeds United in the last 24 hours. Maybe Andrea knows all this information because he's actually connected to the club and he doesn't tell us. You just never know, do you? You just never know with this stuff. But I do just want to talk about briefly just on the centre-back that Leeds United have been linked to, and one that seems like it might be further down the road than any of us expect. It is, of course, big up Leeds man who's just become a member. I will get to that. Big up Leeds man who's just become a member of the Just Joe Football Show. Oh, he's here. He's watching. He's watching. He's like, yo, I know. Big up Andrea. Listen, don't forget, folks, while Andrea's here, on Friday we're doing the return of the scouting report, which I'm really, really excited for. These guys don't miss. These guys don't miss. A lot of due diligence done. So yeah, big up to Andrea. Big up Evie as well. Great to see you, Evie. Seen a lot more of her, of course, on Final Word and stuff over the next coming weeks. Bit more of a main fixture, I think. There we go. Leeds United officials will meet with Harambe this week to discuss the proposed transfer for Nathaniel Adeji, with the asking price between 3 to 4 million and personal terms not believed to be a stumbling block. 21-year-old, admired by Ipswich Town, Millwall. However, Leeds will be the first club to formally speak with Harambe about his transfer. Let me just say this as well. A lot of people give Harambe that Hammerby. Harambe is the gorilla thing, isn't it? Is that what I've done? Fuck's sake. And do you know, as I said it, right? I was going to say in response to it, when I say Harambe, it always reminds me of Weston McKennie's dad, who put that tweet of Harambe. Do you remember? Weston McKennie's dad put a picture of Harambe to do with Weston McKennie or something and Leeds United fans. Yeah. Hammerby. I'm sorry. I'm such a tit, aren't I, at times? I do apologise. Yeah, so Hammerby. Give over. Zlatan has shares in Hammerby. There you go. Yeah. This is why we love you, Joe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man. Evie, his dad put out a tweet with it in. I don't know. Yeah, I did. Hammerby. Not Harambe. Harambe. Hey, God. Yeah, so what I will say about back on track, folks, back in the room. In terms of LUFC fan zone, they do speak to agents. A lot of people give them stick, but they do. You know, they do speak to agents. So best believe that I think this will come with a seal of approval. I can't lie to you. I do. You know, so I think there's genuine validity to this story when it comes to Nathaniel Adeji. I like his name as well. I think I love this as well, which I went on SofaScore and had a look at. And this is what we need, right? We have a centre back there that can play on the right or the left. He has played in a back three, which may be the reason as to why we see him over on these sides. But it's great that he can play both sides. And for anyone that didn't see, I'm going to share with you here a little WhatsApp message that someone sent me. So you all know about the Rotherham podcast, Rotherham New York City Talk, when we do the White Rose Rivals. So one of the lads on there has a friend that currently or is a Swedishman and has a season ticket there, and said basically really rates him. He sent me this text from Tobias. He'll be a top-class defender. He is still young and doing some silly mistakes, but when he ends these mistakes, he will be a beast. He's fast, he's big, and has really good feet. So there you go. He's well thought of. I think that's a positive. And I just like the fact that he can play on both sides. That's important and positive for Leeds United, because we're sick of seeing, when Rodon was out, for example, we see Strout go to right centre back. At least with someone like this, we can put him in at either side, which would be really sweet. Which would be really, really sweet if we could make that happen. I do just want to talk about, again, just a thing. I know a lot of stuff's been made about. I know that a lot of stuff has been made about Ian Maatsen potentially coming to Leeds United. That one's not going to happen, as I first thought, and any normal folk would have thought. But yeah, Dortmund pushing to sign Maatsen. So, and that's by The Guardian. Around Chelsea want about 30 million for him. So Ian Maatsen will not be returning to the Championship and will be looking to go to a club like Dortmund. He's well thought of. Chelsea have been playing him as well. But the mad thing is, at Chelsea, it's all about the balance sheet. He's come through the academy, therefore they'll get top brass for him. Same with Conor Gallagher. Boom, gone. He's not going to be coming to Leeds United. We are just going to quickly look. This has come out of the blue a little bit. I didn't ever realise that Newcastle were interested, but according to reports, Newcastle are interested in Crysencio Summerville, and that's by Jack Talbot. Ben Godfrey and Crysencio Summerville. Look, they do need to bring players in. They don't have a massive amount of money to spend due to FFP. Of course, they have massive amount of money, but not to spend. So maybe they're looking at wingers that might be a bit cheaper than what they would like to go for. But yeah, Summerville has been linked. I don't see it happening. I don't think any of us genuinely see that happening. The club would be mad. The club would be mad to sell Summerville. Kieran's just tagged me in it. I'm gonna come back to it. This was the tweet I was talking about, by the way. When John McKennie, which was Weston's dad, says, "All the best to Leeds. For those who supported Weston in a hostile environment, you have my respect. For those who failed to remember, it's a team sport. You live to fight another day." And it was R.I.P. Harambe. I just never got the reference, but there you go. That was John McKennie. That was John McKennie for you. But yeah, I don't see a place where Summerville is sold. Definitely not. And I'm just looking here at Fraser Fletcher. He's just put out a tweet. Does work for Team Talk, but does do some good vids and stuff. Does Fraser Fletcher? It says Leeds' stance is that Crysencio Summerville is not for sale in the January window, despite interest. I think we all know that anyway, right? I don't think any of us are concerned that he leaves. Big up to Leeds, man, who's just become a member. Andy Peacock has gifted 5 Just Joe Football Show memberships. You are a saint, my man. And Sean Healy says Luke Ayling deserves a game versus Peter in the Cup as a send-off. Yeah, but what if he got injured, bro? Yeah, that is sentimental, and I do agree with you. I'd like to see that. But what if he got injured? You just can't run that risk, broski. You cannot run that risk. But yeah, Summerville linked to Newcastle. I don't see it happening. And now I just want to talk about the goalkeeper. Again, I'm probably going to hammer him. And again, as I told you, Andrea mentioned this guy not too long ago, a few days ago, in fact. But yeah, Leeds are interested in ex-Ampadu's teammate, so it's Spezia's goalkeeper. And he is called Bartosz Dragowski. I think I've done well there. So apparently 2 championship clubs have shown interest in Dragowski this month. That will be music to a lot of Leeds United fans' ears, because he's available. As I said, hearing from what Andrea had to say on it, that he wants to move to England. So that could happen. Hull City are apparently interested in him. He's Polish, obviously, and he's likely to have interest in the coming weeks. Leeds United could be keeping tabs on him with a view to maybe moving Meslier on. I don't see us going in for Dragowski. Look at Luke. Look at Luke coming on with the pronunciation and that. Come on, lad. Big up to you, my man. Dragowski. Polish, man. You don't mess with the Poles, by the way. Leeds interested in, though. Bartomiej Dragowski. Here we go. Drongowski. Dron with an N. Are you sure? Are you sure? Tell us about him, Andrea. Do you think this is a likely? Drongowski, Dragowski. It's one of them. It's one of them. But yeah, Leeds apparently hold an interest. It could just be paper chat. It could be his agent. As we know, he wants to move. Who's a big club in the second tier? Leeds United are. Boom. Let's have a look. A player that has left on loan is Chris Moore. Chris Moore is going on loan to Hibernian. Leeds have been in regular contact with Karim Aktürkoğlu. This is a guy who plays for that club in Turkey. I don't see it happening. Leeds United will never do business with a player from that club. Leeds United ready to seal Aktürkoğlu transfer goodbye soon. Apparently, he's very close to leaving, with Leeds United ready to take action in a potential 2.9 million deal. Claim that Lazio are after him. I don't see it. Leeds won't do deals with that football club. I'm sorry, they will not, regardless. I will not speak on that. Andrea says he's a great. There we go. He's a great shot stopper. There you go. Something that maybe Melier lacks. I think his one-on-one's really good, and I don't mind his distribution, but shot stopping is maybe one area where he does fall down a little bit. Newcastle now consider 20 million Leeds start after scouting Mish. Well, he's going to cost you more than 20 million because we turned that down from Burnley, and he's got even better. Another piece on the Spezia goalkeeper. Leeds United. Let's have a look. Added that the 26-year-old's £950,000 per year salary is weighing on the Italian club's accounts. A millionaire. That's nice to know for us, is it? He's got 129 appearances in Serie A with Spezia, alongside spells with Fiorentina and Empoli. But obviously now he's dropped down to the second tier in Italy and would like a move to England. Leeds United could be one of the clubs that are interested in him. Again, there's just a number of reports now coming out across a lot of the aggregator sites, basically saying that Leeds and Hull City are to compete for the 26-year-old signing, which is a good age for a goalkeeper as well. A really good age. Dragowski or Drangowski. So one to watch for sure if Leeds United do enter the hunt for a goalkeeper. Reports again, I think this is very lazy. There were reports in the summer as well, but there's talk of Josh Sargent. Obviously, Daniel Farke worked with him in the past. Just come back from injury and actually scored at the weekend against Southampton to make it one apiece. I don't see us going in for Josh Sargent personally, but clearly worked under Farke before. I think that's it on the latest transfer news on the Leeds United front. We will be live tonight. Late night Leeds will return. Who's going to be on? I'm not too sure. We will have to wait and see. What we're going to be talking about, I'm not too sure. Smarty, I do it at 1 o'clock because it's everybody's lunch. Smarty, we need to talk about Pascal Struijk, bro. I watched you and Gilly the other day and I was shocked. I was thinking, why don't they rate him? What's going on here? Big up to Smarty, though. Big up to the Otto Better lads as well. So maybe we'll speak to Smarty. Maybe we'll get Smarty on and defend his Struijk slander. But we'll wait and see. Please do smash a like on the video, folks. Subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and hit that notification bell. I need to go shopping now, get some food in, and then look at Luke coming. Worst opinions are not no better them two, Joe. There's infighting, civil war. I'm gonna go get some food shopping in, walk the dogs, and then I'll see you later on tonight. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Let me just shout out the super chatters as well, just one more time. Hosting a council flat, Jamie Farrell, Abdul Rahman, Leeds man, Andy Peacock, Sean Ely. Big up to you all. Thank you very much. Means a lot. I will see you in a bit now. Enjoy the rest of your day.